Hey, it's Eric with PDRC, and today I'm going to be doing an unconventional unboxing. What we're going to be doing is breaking out of my comfort zone. Normally when you see a box come in my shop, you're going to see Arma on the side of it, not Losi. I had went ahead and picked up TLR Tunes Arma Typhon, and I had done a review on it. It's this one right here. You know, I built this up to be a 4S car, and when I bought it, you know, I was expecting to basically bash and trash this thing, not just on the track, but also give it a verbal lashing. Mostly because of my hatred for the Losi boys, the track bullies that I used to have to deal with. And so it kind of tarnished the brand for me. And it's not Losi's fault. You can't help who buys your cars and acts like an asshole. So, I expected to bash the car, and I absolutely positively fell in love with it. So much that I run this thing all the time. And sometimes you can come in the shop and you just see it sitting out. Not because I'm trying to sell you one, it's because I'm going to go outside and play with mine as soon as I get a chance. And you can actually tell from how much I love it from just how nasty it is underneath the cover. It's a great car, and I was a hard convert over to give it a shot. But some folks say that I cheaped out, that this isn't a true Losi, it's an Arma car with Losi engineers helping out with it. And yes, there's a lot of intelligence in the design on this, which means that there's got to be a lot of intelligence design between the rest of their products. So I want to give it a shot, but what Losi do I buy? Well, the shop actually has an event coming up. It's for Mission 22. It's to help out soldiers, and you can go to mission22.com to learn more about them. This isn't really a plug for Mission 22 or the event that we have coming up called Beard Bash, but more of where I got the idea of what I wanted to do. So I like short course trucks, quite a bit actually. So my Arma Sentin, the brushed one, I drive this a lot. I've gone through a few motors on it just because I burned them out. It's brushed, I know it's like 25, 30 mile an hour, but fun is fun. Fun doesn't necessarily need to fit within a box. So this little brushed car gets a lot of use and abuse out of me. I have a really good time, so much in fact that I burn out motors. When we get over to my 3S has gone through hell and back. I've gone through more body shells on this thing than I care to count. I've actually burnt out several motors on this car. I've actually burnt out speed controls on this car, which, by the way, the warranty through Horizon is absolutely phenomenal. They back this car 100%, and they have sent me motors and speed controls, no questions asked. And that's not because I'm an Arma dealer and our Horizon partner, but they do that for you as a customer. So when they went through this car, they did a great job. They made an astounding car. Dig the hell out of it. Then I went over to my Mojave. I have owned so many of these things, it's kind of crazy. I've crashed them out at the wall trying to make them ADAS. I've run this thing on ice rally. I've run this thing on the track. I've owned them in red, I've owned them in green, I've built them. Absolutely love the car. This is the Arma Mojave that I bought to replace the other Mojave while I was building it up and repairing it and turning it into a fancy pants car, which is now in the hands of my buddy Justin. So this car is amazing, but what about the UDR, right? It's got a good scale look to it. It's got a good scale feel. I actually do like this car. It's not an Arma, it's not a basher. It goes about 50 miles an hour, but it is a lot of fun, and I really, really enjoy it. I don't drive it a whole heck of a lot, mostly because of restrictions in space, but it's kind of big and a little unruly. However, I don't have another kind of scale feel vehicle, so what if I got my hands on a Baja Ray? So, Losi has made the Mint 400. It's a military-inspired looking, basically, desert truck. So that's what I'm going to unbox today. That's what I'm going to give a chance and try to re-enter into the Losi brand, see what they have to offer, see what it can do, what can it perform, and how easily will I break it, because I drive like an idiot. So, without any further ado, here's my unboxing. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the Mint 400. Let's see. Well, one of the things that I really wanted about it was the fact that it has like a OD green chassis frame to it. I think that's kind of cool. I also dig on the military inspired looks like I was talking about. Apparently this one is the officially licensed body for the Mint 400, which is a race of some sort. LED lights on it. Looks like it comes with a coin. It's got a Spectrum 130 in it, which I like to use those in crawling, so very interested to see what it's going to do in this vehicle. It comes with a 2S battery, so cool. That answers my question if it's 2 or 3S. I actually didn't do any homework on this specifically so that when I'm unboxing the car you can actually see me learning about it as I do it. And it looks like it comes with one of those little USB chargers on it, so that's kind of cool. And then let's take it out of the box here. So, alright. So what we're looking at is, whatever that is. Yeah, it's got some good digital graphics on it. I'm actually liking the cream look. It's a little shiny. I would have actually liked to seen this with a matte finish on it, just to kind of break it up. But I mean, they did a really good job on their pattern on the digital camo, so that's pretty cool. Tires actually feel pretty good. I know it's going to be weird, but. No, they don't smell like actual rubber tires, so kind of a weird thing that I do. It's like when I look at a crawler, it's like, do the tires smell like it came out of a tire shop, or does it smell like it came off an assembly line? Which I know is kind of redundant since they both are assembled. But at any rate, so it looks like it's got zip ties holding this thing together. Look at that. Yep, there's some in the back. Alright. Cool. Okay, so alright. Well, first off, it's a nice lightweight design. The panels are all held on by bolts. It looks like they've got these little rubber or plastic pieces to hold it in place. This particular one, the graphics are not sticking on very well, so they're actually peeling off of the drivers already. Graphics on the outside of the body are pretty nice. They're put in pretty stout. They're actually laying down like they're supposed to, no air bubbles, so whoever applied those did a good job. Shame on whoever did the interior. They're losing their seat belts. Let's see, you can see the top of the Spectrum ESC poking out, power button down here in the back. It's got a got an etched chassis plate. It would have been awesome if it's a number 842. It would have been awesome if it was 843 because that's the area code for the shop. But fun fact, Justin, when he got his Betty, his was actually 843 of 10,000, so that was kind of cool. I got 842. So it's an etched chassis plate on it. So the battery tray is down here, so it looks like a lot like a UDR, except for instead of there being the plate here, it looks like it has a compartment door on the back side of it. Suspension feels pretty good. Looks like it's got good control back here. Really good feel to the suspension on it. It's not spongy at all like I was expecting. I was expecting it to not have as much bounce to it, but that's pretty cool. So all in all, I'm kind of digging it. The articulation on it is actually pretty slick. And so the light bar's here. There's a light bar in the back. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing how well this thing performs. So looks like I need to charge up my brand new battery. Oh yeah, forgot to look in the rest of the box. Didn't even think about that. I was like, there should be a controller in here somewhere. And a coin of some sort. An SLT2 controller? Wow. can't say that I've ever used one of these before, so this will be a very interesting experience. This is extremely lightweight. This is actually my first time ever actually seeing one of these in real life. It doesn't really have a lot to do. It just looks like you can do your steering rate, you can adjust your steering on it. You can reverse steering, but you can't do anything with your throttle. And looks like you have 3 speeds on it. Gonna admit, first impression of this, not a fan. So, what else is in the box? So the box that we got here, the coin comes in a little box. It's actually metal. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Batteries for the remote. Must be the reason why there was a hazmat warning on it. Looks like there's a couple of. Looks like there's a gear in here. I don't know if that means it goes faster or not. So, Christmas tree batteries. What looks like a little. I don't know. I don't know if this is supposed to be a breather or maybe a subwoofer. I have no idea. There's 2. Oh, they included 2 of these little metal, these go on the servo. So I guess if you want to change out your servo, they give you these bits so you can go between a 25, a 24, and since this has got a lot of horizon on it, I'm assuming it's got a 23 tooth servo in it. Bind plug for the radio that's coming out. Little piece of plastic that I have no idea what that is. A Losi graphic. Oh, cool. So an adapter so I can take it down from a IC5 to a 3. This is actually the little USB charger. Now, I know that some folks don't particularly care for these. They say they don't charge up very fast, but like in the very near future, I'm going to be going to Axial Fest. And while I'm driving my car, I like to pull over, actually stop and drive my vehicle, so having this is actually kind of cool. So I'll have another one of these that I can run in the auxiliary cigarette lighter plug or USB plug in my car so that I can play around with that. And let's see, the book. There's actually, so this is just whenever you buy a smart battery, it comes with one of these little documentations that you do that with. And let's see. At the book here. So the book looks like it just has a breakdown of the vehicle, you know, what to look at. These are going to be your programming functions on the 130. I personally don't like using the beep thing. It's rather annoying. It's a lot easier just to plug into with a programming card and kind of go through on the screens. The Spectrum 130 actually has a lot of awesome programming features to it. So this is really neat to have if you're, you know, out on the track or fields. I don't know if this is a good track car yet or not, but yeah, looks like it's got a few decent features. I'm going to be honest with you, this controller is probably going to be short-lived. I'm just going to hook it up to maybe my DX5 Rugged and go from there. But it's kind of neat to get hands on this particular one. Like I said, never seen one of these before. And it looks like it has a breakdown of where the parts go. And how to install everything. So first thing I'm going to have to figure out at some point is how to get to that receiver box so that I can put in a DMSR capable receiver. But all in all, I actually like the look of the vehicle. It does look pretty scale. They did a really good job with the graphics, except for the graphics on the inside on the cab. The decals are peeling off. I'll just put them down with a Q-tip so that they adhere properly before I run it. I do dig on the fact that it's got some pretty decent looking parts in it. The drive shaft here is actually plastic, but I'm not going to be a hater on that. It looks like it definitely needs this adapter to go from a 5 to a 3. It's got an IC3 down here at the end. Not really sure what the thought process was going with a 2S battery with a 5 on it, because the Charger runs a 3, the car runs a 3. I would run a 3, but you know, it's a good battery, so no complaints there. Just kind of wonder why we didn't go with a 3 to begin with. So that wire is going to be hanging out. That's going to be an opportunity that I need to address. I'll probably just cut this end off and make it a 3 and be done with it. And then I'll also use it in some crawlers. But yeah, all in all, looks pretty cool. Looking forward to seeing what it does and how it performs, and I'll give an update later. Thanks for watching.